Welcome. This video is presenting the longest non-stop passenger flights scheduled in 2024, with a specially designed global map. Usual maps are aimed for local regions, but on a global scale, coverage limitations or weird size distortions arise. Our map always shows entire Earth in correct proportions.
Let's begin with ultra-long flights operated a year ago in the beginning of 2023, and then we'll take a detailed look at every change during the year.
Included here are all non-stop flights longer than 13,100 kilometers or 8,100 miles, almost one-third of the equator length geographically. There were 20 such ultra-long routes connecting 22 cities in 12 countries. The most ponderable ultra-long destination is Los Angeles with 4 routes, all originating in Asia. Emirates flies to LA non-stop from Dubai, Qatar Airways from Doha, Saudia from Jeddah, and Singapore Airlines from its home city.
Dubai and Singapore, as well as Auckland, New York and San Francisco, are the 5 cities making 3 ultra-long routes each. One of them is the longest non-stop on Earth, connecting Singapore to New York with 2 daily flights operated by Singapore Airlines.
Also here is the busiest ultra-long route connecting Singapore to San Francisco with 4 daily flights operated concurrently by 2 airlines, Singapore and United.
Not mentioning any route again, other non-stops from these cities are Emirates from Dubai to Auckland, and to Houston, Air New Zealand from Auckland to New York, and to Chicago, Philippine Airlines from Manila to New York. Air India flies non-stop to San Francisco from Bangalore, and from Mumbai. The 5 cities making 2 ultra-long routes each are Atlanta, Dallas, Houston, Manila, and Sydney. Flights from Atlanta to Johannesburg and to Cape Town operated by Delta. Qantas flies non-stop to Dallas from Sydney, and from Melbourne. United Airlines from Houston to Sydney. Philippine Airlines from Manila to Toronto.
11 cities belong to a single ultra-long route each, and 9 of them have already been pronounced. To complete the list, Perth and London are the only 2 destinations making a standalone route, operated by Qantas. Overall, 10 airlines performed ultra-long flights, namely, Singapore, Emirates, and Qantas with 3 routes each. Air India, Air New Zealand, Delta, Philippine, and United with 2 routes, Qatar and Saudia with a single route each.
So, what were the changes during 2023? In short, 1 route was relaunched, 1 route was added, and 1 route was shared. Let's introduce them closely. The relaunched route by Qatar Airways connects Doha to Auckland after a suspension for about 3 years following lockdown. For Auckland, it becomes a 4th ultra-long route. This flight is operated daily, and being longer than 9,000 miles, it is the 2nd longest non-stop on Earth.
The only new route is established to a new, 23rd ultra-long destination, which is Rome. Qantas expanded its geography with a non-stop from Perth to Rome. So far this is a seasonal flight operated by Qantas during European summer or Australian winter. For 2024, Qantas announced adding in July 1 more ultra-long seasonal non-stop from Perth to Paris. Scheduled on 4 days a week, it accompanies the 3 days a week Perth to Rome, thus offering a daily non-stop service from Australia to continental Europe.
Lastly, a newly shared route, meaning that another airline launched a non-stop flight on an already established route. This change pertains again to Auckland and again to Qantas. Further expanding its geography, Qantas now operates non-stop between Auckland and New York concurrently with Air New Zealand. Qantas 4 days a week while Air New Zealand 3 days a week.
This ultra-long route for Qantas is a segment of its direct flight from Sydney to New York with an en route stop in Auckland. The entire Sydney to New York flight is longer than 10,000 miles, yet there are a few even longer direct flights on Earth.
We will consider longest direct flights with en route stops in one of our future videos. This year Qantas became the most involved airline, operating 5 ultra-long non-stop routes.
Overall, 22 ultra-long routes of 10 airlines now connect 23 cities in 13 countries. Exactly half, 11 out of 22 routes connect northern and southern hemispheres, thus crossing the equator. All other 11 routes connect Asia and North America. Regarding the route lines depicted here, they all merely represent ideal paths around the globe for the shortest possible distances. In reality, flight routes may be quite different. We will take an attentive look at actual ultra-long flight routes in one of our future videos. For now, this concludes our story.
Thank you for watching. Please share this video with your friends, and please follow our channel for further stories about global aviation routes.